Hey squad, this is Prepping with Sarge. I am at Georgia Bushcraft with Nick from Wazoo Survival Gear.
Hello.
How you doing?
Doing well.
You guys are actually just going by Wazoo Gear Company now, right?
Yeah, just Wazoo these days. Yeah,
Okay.
and wazoo.com wasn't available, and yeah, we had to call ourselves Wazoo.
Okay,
Wazoo Gear, I guess.
why the switch?
Just simplifying, because there was kind of a pigeonhole there when we started out of getting into survival gear, and there's this mindset amongst a vast majority of people that survival gear is not for them. They don't need it because they won't find themselves in a survival situation. So we make gear with added capability that can be used in travel scenarios, everyday fixes, and a multitude of other things. So by dropping the survival gear off the back of it, it really opened up our potential to reach more customers.
For everybody. Everyday tools for everybody, wild capability.
Absolutely.
All right. And before I get into the topic real quick, holidays coming up. Guys, check out the Spark. I got mine on. Always carrying that. Start a fire anywhere. Especially for you hikers and backpackers. You always want to be carrying some way to start a fire. And it looks awesome too.
Absolutely.
All right, so I heard you guys recently talking on Raise the Flag podcast about the importance of collaborating with other people and not necessarily getting into this like us versus them mentality with other brands.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So it's just one of those things that kind of comes to be out of experience, and it's very easy to get defensive when you see competition or you see someone else doing something similar, and kind of put your haunches up and get ready for a fight with them. But there's so much to be learned from different perspectives and different people, even if the product is so similar. And for us, where we're kind of small to medium-sized businesses, most of us small businesses, there's such a big market share out there that competing with each other on this small scale really doesn't affect the big guys other than making them perform better. So if we as small companies begin to work together, share ideas, and collaborate more as a group, it helps build stronger small businesses across the board. So that's part of the founding intent behind the Campfire Co-op, is bringing all those businesses together.
It's awesome. Everybody wins. Win-win.
Yeah.
And it's actually one of the concepts from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which we were talking about that earlier. Stephen Covey, great book. Make sure you read that, especially if you're trying to run a business or network with other businesses. One of the habits is collaborate, don't compete.
Yeah.
Right? Not to say that, like, you obviously sometimes there is competition in business, but when you can collaborate with other brands, it's a win-win for everybody.
Right. And a prime example of that, I think, is Outdoor Element. So back when Wazoo got our start, we were making paracord bracelets and survival bracelets in the more literal sense that they had kits hidden inside of them. Dustin developed a buckle that we could have a ferro rod and a scraper nested inside the buckle. We eventually pursued that into being a more complete manufactured design, and we filed a patent on it. And during the patent process, we found out there was another company that also had a patent out on that. Their name was Outdoor Element. And bring that all fast forward years and years, we thought at the time that was competition. Now Michael Mojica from Outdoor Element is one of the board members sitting with us on the Campfire Co-op board. So we're great friends. We collaborate on products, we share ideas and business growth potential. So that's, again, it just living through those trials and tribulations, and you realize that it's so much better to work together.
Awesome. Really appreciate it. And folks, make sure you check out all their stuff. I've done reviews on a lot of their gear, including the foraging bandana, the bandana net, and the sharpening stone, the necklace sharpening stone. The new item is the fire cards. You got to see these things burn. It is amazing. It burns like gasoline. It's really crazy, and it burns really, really long too. Yeah. It's a good long. It's a hot fire. It's big, and it burns for a while. So, really appreciate you. I love working with you guys.
Yeah.
You guys were actually one of the first brands that I started working with.
Really?
When I started doing the content creation.
That's cool to hear.
Yep, yeah. It was you guys and a seed company, and one of the coolest things, and I'll finish out with this. One of the coolest things was Dustin, who's the other co-owner with Nick. Actually called me up, and we had an hour-long phone call. Just wanted to know what my goals were for my content creation, told me about the brand, gave me some tips on these are some people that you should try to connect with, that kind of thing. So that kind of personal touch as a content creator really makes the difference. I work with about 12 brands. Only 3 of them have ever had that kind of personal touch with me, where they hey, we want to do a video call, we want to talk to you, we want to know what you're doing. So
and we strive to be the people, right? We're the people behind the brand. We just have ideas and we create products. We're not the best marketers. We're not trying to manipulate people. We're out here at events learning skills because we love doing this. So
awesome.
Yeah, it's great that shines through, and a pleasure to work with you, Sarge.
My pleasure to work with you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
you.